All right. Hello, Wednesday. I was talking to John before we started class, and it reminded me of something I thought about the other night because, actively I'm not trying to play music at this time, although I do have opportunities actually if I wanted to play. I'm kind of not doing it right now because of our situation. I was thinking if I was performer in that because someone had asked me on a podcast a while back what they thought the future of music was going to be, and I told them that probably some like 15-year-old would figure out how to do whatever's going to be next. But I actually somehow came up with an answer the other night. I thought there's so many places where we go where we have to be, especially in Los Angeles, where we're either dining outside or having to stand somewhere in line. It would be simple enough for wherever these lines are forming, some of them are grocery stores or other places, to, as a musician, set up 15 feet away from the line and play for the people in line. And you have a board that says what your Venmo is, or you could still, people could possibly, it was just something that crossed my mind the other day because as I was, as I always say, these things that as creative people that we decide to do, sometimes in the beginning, the most successful people in the beginning are not playing to stadium audiences, right? Like you look at Miles Davis, even like at the height of his straight up jazz career, he's playing clubs. He played like large venues later when he was playing that very fusion-y stuff, but he played clubs through, and he was doing these great albums that will last forever. And I was thinking again about Van Halen. Like when Van Halen decided to be a rock and roll band, it was not cool to be a rock and roll band. Punk and disco were ruling the Los Angeles, and new wave was ruling the airways. And Van Halen decided they're going to be a rock and roll band. It's like it's like you want to get in at the ground floor, but you have to create the ground floor. Because if after, and people did jump after Van Halen, Motley Crue came in after, and then that started the whole glam thing. But those people that get in on the ground floor, the Miles Davises and, the Van Halens and all of those ground-breaking people, they did something because they wanted to do it, not because they thought it was going to be this giant thing to catapult them into fame. At least in my opinion. I could be wrong, and you can tell me later that I am wrong. But anyways, let's start today. And I've been liking this sitting and starting. So if you're not sitting, let's sit, and I'm going to move back and start. So you can cross the legs or just turn the feet in. This is kind of easy for me, which is the only reason I do it. Otherwise, just turn your feet in. So shoulders back and down, my shirt stuck straight up the back with the spine. Let's reach the right arm forward and then make sure that shoulder stays down. We're going to take the left hand and grab those fingers and pull back and just breathe here. Drawing the breath in through the nose, pushing the breath out through the nose. Nice and long breathing. And we will do some work today, and I'll give you actually options later to work more because I might not do a bunch of vinyasas in the beginning, but let's just focus on our breath and the body as it is now. And then let's switch the other hand out and let that shoulder down, and let's breathe here. But we got to create new paths, new ways to reach each other with our art. Just drawing the breath in, pushing the breath out. We're going to stay here a little longer. I might talk a little more about this. But someone like Jack Broadbent or Too Many Zoos who are already on the street playing, that really brought them to the next level. Let's reach the right arm up. We'll bring it down the spine. And then you can either grab the elbow and push your head back, or you could come around and intertwine the hands. And we're going to breathe here. Again, the breathing is super important, and the breathing is simply in through the nose and out through the nose. Long and deliberate, focusing on the sound and the feeling of the breath. Good, let's do other side. Left hand down, and behind we grab again, and we push a little bit back with the head. Just so we're kind of sitting up straight. We don't want to fight too much because we're really accessing this shoulder joint here. We want to breathe a lot, no matter what. Just a couple more of these breathings in this pose. Good. With the hands on the knees, let's draw a big circle on the ceiling. Keep the spine real straight like a microphone stand, pointing up to the ceiling. One direction here at first, continuing with the breath. Good. Opposite direction, please. Just a little more. Great. Let's stand. We're going to have the feet a bit apart, distance of the hips or the shoulders. Hands down at the sides today. We're going to try to move above the hips with most of the action, but swinging side to side in the top here, nice and easy. I thought I could see my head before when I set the camera up. That's all right. Good, let's come all the way around and grab the hands on the opposite hip. So for me, my left hand is grabbing the right hip, but whichever way you ended up, and then the right hand is trying to grab the left. And then the shoulder pulls back and gently the head looks back. Good, let's do some more of that swinging with the arms. Excellent. All the way over, whatever the opposite is. And again, the shoulders pulling back, but the head goes with the flow of the shoulder. Just gently looking back. Great. Keep the feet apart for now, and let's just grab the elbows and just hang down and forward fold and have a little discussion with ourselves. So let's just tell ourselves to let everything fall off the back. Every thought gone, just dropping off the tip of your nose to the ground. Just getting in touch with the breath and the present moment, which if we think about feeling the body, how the body feels in this forward fold, letting the head drop down, letting everything drop off us as if water is just dropping off us and thoughts are dropping off us and emotions are dropping off us, and it's all just going away. And we're coming right to the moment of the now. Good, let's stand, feet together, big toes touching, ankles a little bit apart, thumbs out. I like that. You could have palms in, but I've been really liking thumbs out. And we are going to breathe in, reach up and look up. We're going to breathe out and forward fold, bringing the fingers low. We look up, we forward fold, all the way back up, reaching out and up. Let's come again down through the heart center. We're going to push into the earth, circling back up. We're going to breathe out, forward folding again, fingers low. We look up and we forward fold. All the way back up, reaching out and up. Down again through the heart center. We push into the earth. We circle back up on the in-breath. Breathing out, forward folding again. We look up and we forward fold. All the way back up, reaching out and up. Down again through the middle. We're going to push into the earth. We're going to circle all the way back up. Breath in through the nose. Breathing out, feeling the body as it moves. We look up and we forward fold. All the way back up, reaching out and up. Down again through the heart. Just a couple more of these. Breath in big, back up. Breath out, forward folding. Again, fingers low. We look up, we forward fold. All the way back up, reaching out and up. Down again through the heart. We push into the earth. We circle back up on the in-breath. Let's forward fold. Keep the back flat. Look up and let's step back to the top of a push-up. Shoulders over wrists, middle finger straight forward. See if you can make a straight line from the shoulder to the heel. I'm going to be taking it easy today, so I'm not going to hover, but you're welcome to hover. You're also welcome to come down with the knees down, which is what I'm going to do. And let's lower down, and then a little forward, up dog, legs tight, and then tucking the toes, looking at the knees. We're going to bend the right knee, leg and push the opposite heel towards down, stepping a little bit back and forth in place. Good. Walk your way or jump your way to the top of the mat. Fingers low, we look up. Forward fold. Let's come all the way up, sweeping the arms into the sky. We'll come again down through the heart center. Breath in all the way back up. Breath out, folding down, fingers low again. We look up. We step back, top push up again. Lower down, you're welcome to hover. You're welcome to put the knees down. Up dog, legs tight. And down dog again. Up on the toes on the in-breath. Down with the heels on the out-breath. Over and over. Giant breathing in the nose. Good. Walk or jump, top of the mat. Legs straight. We look up. Forward fold. All the way back up, sweeping into the sky, down through the heart center. We push into the earth. We circle back up on the in-breath. Breathing out, forward folding. We look up. We step back for number 3. Down again. Up dog. And down dog. And nice. So stay in down dog. Breathing in the nose. Hands are the distance of your shoulders. Feet 2 fists apart. Middle fingers and middle toes pointing straight forward. The heels don't have to get down, but we are pushing in that direction. We are looking at the navel or the knees or somewhere in between so that the head is tucking a little bit. And hop on up, top of the mat again. We look up, forward fold. Let's bring all but the pointing fingers together. I'm going to go way back. We're going to bring those pointing fingers way up. And then we're going to arch back just a bit. Good. Back to center. Bring the arms down. And then feet back together if they came apart. Chair. We're going to go through the Surya Namaskara B. We sit in chair, reaching straight up. Good. Up and over again, forward folding. And we're going to look up. We're going to step back to the top of push-up. Lower down, you're welcome to hover. Up dog, legs tight. And down dog. Let's do warrior 1 on the right. Right foot steps, left foot turns out. Knee mostly over ankle, back leg straight. Left hip rotating forward and left shoulder. Arms up. If the shoulder's not rotating forward, reach the arm from the back of the shoulder forward. Push into the outside edge of your back foot if you can. That's intense. All right, touch the ceiling again, and hands back down, step back, lower down, up dog, down dog, left foot stepping, right foot turns out, back up. Right hip rotates forward, right arm can reach forward from behind the arm, so we're not reaching out of the joint, we're twisting through the back almost. Good, touch the ceiling again, and hands back down, step back, lower down, up dog, down dog, and nice. We stay here for a few breaths. Remember that you can always skip down dog or rest anytime, come down to the knees, otherwise breathing, trying to look towards the navel, but not straining the neck to do that. Walk or hop, top of the mat, toes together. We look up, forward fold, feet at knees together, sitting in chair and standing. Great, let's go again, sit in chair. All right, up and over, forward folding. We look up, step back, top of push-up, lower down, up dog, down dog. Warrior one again on the right, right foot steps, and arms up. You bring the hands together in prayer above the head. You can look up, you can arch back. Great, hands back down, step back again. Lower down or drop, up dog, down dog. Left side stepping, right foot turns out. Squaring the chest forward, hands in prayer above the head, looking up, maybe arching back. Great. Hands back down, step back, lower down, up dog, down dog, and nice. Breathing here, resting if you like. All right, walk or jump, top of the mat. We look up, forward fold, feet at knees, sitting in chair, standing. Last one we're going to do in this section is going to be with warrior two. Sit in chair. Up, over, forward folding. We look up, we step back again, top of push-up. We lower down, up dog, down dog, right side, warrior two. Boom. All right. Let's stay right here. Knee over ankle, arms over heels, core a little bit pulled in, shoulders dropping down, looking at the fingers in the front and breathing. Let's turn the right hand so the palm faces the sky. Left hand gently touches the back leg, and we're going to arch back, looking up along the elbow to the ceiling. And hands back down, step back, top of push-up, lower down, up dog, down dog, left side warrior two, back up. Good, we're gonna stay here. Again, tight core, light shoulders, breathing, looking at the fingers in front of us. Turn the left hand so the palm faces the ceiling. Arch back, light as possible with the right hand, barely touch the leg. Excellent. Hands back down, step back, top of push-up, lower down, up dog, and down dog, and nice. We'll take a longer hold here. Let's just breathe. Good. Up to the top again. We look up, we forward fold, and let's sit in chair, and we're going to stay there. Good. We breathe here. Let's stand, feet apart. Again, we grab the elbows or prayer and just hang. Those of you that normally bounce are welcome to. If you bounce, push the breath out of the nose as the body drops down. Otherwise, just hang and let everything fall off your shoulders. Let everything fall off your head. Let your mind fall off. Let your mind fall out onto the mat and just scurry around the floor and out the door. We're going to take peace fingers all the way up and forward folding. We grab the big toes, thumbs touching on the inside, toes pushing the fingers down. Lengthen the top of the head down, elbows away from the ears. And we breathe here. Let everything fall off your head. Great. Up again, full hand to the ceiling on the in-breath. And all the way down, hands under feet. Toes touching the crease in the wrist. You could pull up on the feet. The legs can be bent. Top of the head down. Good. Let's stand and feet back together. Top of the mat. Let's step the left leg back. We're going to pivot tonight. So we're going to have legs straight. Right foot pointing straight forward for the base of triangle. Left foot pointed out. We're going to reach out. We're going to do some long holds, I hope. We're going to take a breath in. As we breathe out, we're going to reach out a bit. Right hand down, gently on the shin or palm facing out and away. Left arm up, maybe looking at the foot, maybe looking at the reaching hand. We're going to breathe. Good. Back up. Let's pivot. Right toes in, left toes out. We're going to reach that left arm out and triangle on the other side. And again, either looking at the foot or the reaching hand. Because to look at the foot, you need to be over the foot, and that's where we want to be over. Good. Up again. Let's pivot. Back left or left foot turns into 45, right foot out. Let's shorten the stance. And the cool thing about doing this pivoting is we can approach this next pose differently. So the left arm is going to reach way forward like a partial Superman and like lengthen through the back on that. And then left hand down, maybe just on the shin. As we twist, bringing the right arm up, or back of the hand as a point of leverage, gripping the mat with the big toe in the front, legs trying to be straight, twisting the triangle just for a moment. Good. Back up. Let's pivot again. Right toes in, left toes out. And then we reach that right arm forward. Good. We'll get that length for a moment. And right hand down, left arm up, maybe back of the hand outside the leg. You could actually just stay with the hands down if you're not into the twist. The twist can be difficult. Let's breathe here. Good. Back up. Let's pivot again. Let's do warrior two to the front. Right foot front, arms out. So we'll need to bend the leg. We'll need to re-lengthen the stance. And let's take several breaths here. Excellent. Extended side angle. We're going to take the center of the right forearm, place it on the knee. I've been making a fist. You could splay the fingers just so we have some kind of activation of that hand. And left arm up and over, looking along the elbow armpit to the sky. You could put the right hand down if you prefer. Breathing in the nose all the time. Good. Up again. We'll straighten this leg so that we can pivot right toes in, left toes out. And we'll get warrior two on the other side here. Breathing, holding the core, looking at the fingers. Good. Forearm on the leg, right arm up and over. Active hand on the left, reaching hand, active palm facing the earth out in front of us. You could put the left hand down if you like. Good. Back up, we straight the leg, left toes in, right toes out. Arms out again for warrior two. We're going to do a different version of the one we did in the beginning. Turn the right palm to face the ceiling. The left hand, come all the way around the back and grab the shirt, pocket or leg. Don't move the knee. Arch back, so now we're involving the shoulder. And let's breathe. Good, straight the leg, we pivot again, so we're doing warrior two with the left foot as our lead foot. Arms out again. We'll take a couple breaths here, just a moment. Good, left palm faces the ceiling, right behind you, and again we arch back, looking up. Breath in the nose all the time. Good, back to center. Let's hit horse from here with the toes slightly out. Let's put the hands on the knees today. Let that sit heavy. On the out breath, rotate the right shoulder forward. In breath to center. Out breath, left shoulder forward. In breath to center. And then on your own time, back and forth. Good, let's come back, let's push the walls out. And we're gonna breathe here. If you want more, come up on the toes. Good, straight the legs. Turn the feet to run straight forward. And we're gonna reach straight up and then straight down, so the hands will fall right under the shoulders, about with the line that the big toes are on. If it's real difficult, take the feet further apart. If it's real easy, do a little bit of the opposite. You could put the palms down. Again, let everything fall off your head. Let your mind fall on the floor. Good. Back up. Reach the arms all the way out. And behind the back, we will intertwine the fingers, pushing the palms together. And we're going to lift the hands up a little bit when we forward fold, but you don't have to go too hardcore with it. I'm going to go real light with it tonight, and we forward fold again. Good. Back up. Breath in as we touch the ceiling. Breath out as we come back down, grabbing the shins, the ankles, or peace fingers grabbing big toes. If you get the big toes, pull the elbows away from the ears and breathe. Good. Stay down low, both hands over to the right for a moment. Bring the nose towards the knee and the left shoulder under if it will go, under and through the legs. And then over to the other side, please. Good. Let's stand. Let's bring the feet back together. You can be at the top of the mat. I'm going to come a little closer for this first one. We're going to bend the right leg, just grabbing the right ankle. We're going to reach the left knee down to the ground. The right knee down to the ground. So we're grabbing right on right. That was my mistake. Right hand grabs right foot, right knee down, and then left hand up to the ceiling. If you want to do King Dancer, you can. I would change the grip to thumb on big toe with the fingers on the laces. But we're doing this one tonight. It's a little different. It's up to you, though, and let's breathe here. Great. Let that down, and let's do the other side. So left on left, or whatever the opposite is for you, because I had a little difference in my right and left tonight. Reach the knees straight down and the arms straight up. Those of you who want to do King Dancer are welcome to. And let's breathe here. Good. Let that down. Step it out. Let's stand on the left foot again. We're going to bring the hands either to the heart or straight out. And then we're going to lift that right leg coming into Warrior 3, which we'll hold for a bit. We're going to breathe here. Those of you that like, put the left hand down with the right arm up. You could switch the hands if you like. Excellent. Let's stand. Let's shake it out. And we're going to do standing on the right, hands to the heart or out, and coming forward again. Whoa, I was trying to look at the computer and do that. That's not good. Let's stay here. And right hand down, left arm up. You could look at the hand on the ground or to the reaching hand. Those of you that want to are welcome to switch the hands right now. We'll hold for a few more breaths. Good. Let's stand, step it out a little bit. And we're going to do tree, standing on the left. You could put the leg either right out in the front or grab the ankle and lift that foot way up. Hands to the heart or arms all the way up. And we're going to breathe here. Keep the left hip in place. Rotate the bent leg back. All breathing all the time. Nice. Let that down. Let's switch it. Standing on the right, we're going to lift the left. Whoa. And again, hands to the heart or all the way up at your choice. Excellent. Let it down. One more with a twist. We're going to stand on the left foot. We're going to lift the right leg up, and the left hand's going to come over and grab the right knee. The remaining right hand can go on the hip. You could stay here. You could reach back. You could look back. You could also come down and grab the big toe and extend the leg. Otherwise, just hold the knee and just even maybe stay with the hand on the hip. Lots of options. We're on one foot. We're breathing. Excellent. Let that down. Step it out. Let's stand on the right. We lift the left. And then right hand grabs the knee, other hand on the hip. You could stay here. Again, you could reach back. You could look back. You could extend the leg, or you could just stay with the hand on the hip, holding the knee. Breathing deep in the nose, drawing the breath in, pushing it out. Maybe with the tongue locked to the roof of your mouth, which is really good and also keeps you from clenching your jaw. Great. Let that down and let's squat. All right. You can put the elbows against the knees. You can bring the hands to the heart and sit up really tall. You could also do crow or headstand if you like. I'm not going to demo that tonight, but you're welcome to do it. Thinking about switching the orientation of my mats. Let's stay here a little bit. Excellent. I'm going to come down to hands and knees. Knees are 2 fists apart. You can double up the mat under the knees if you like. Middle finger straight forward for the moment. We're going to do some cat and cow. Let the belly drop down as you look up through the third eye, taking your breath in as you breathe out. Arch the back. And then keep moving with the cat and cow. Ew. About 10 more seconds. Good. Back to center. Let's step the right foot top of the mat. Whoa, that was a loud knee crack. We're going to reach the arms all the way up. You could scooch this foot further if you like. Mine went up there pretty far today, so I'm satisfied with that. And we're going to breathe. Knees still over the ankle. Hips hanging down a bit. Breath in the nose all the time. Let's twist. We're going to take the left arm and bring it outside of the right leg. Hands in prayer, pull in. We'll turn the fingers up to the face. Those of you that want to, keep the knees down. Those of you that want to can straight the left leg coming to the ball of the foot, or whichever other version you want to do with that. Let's breathe here, either looking at the foot or looking up where the elbow is pointing to the ceiling. Good. Hands down, we'll step that foot back. And we're going to do left side stepping. And you can get a little distance on that if you like. And then arms right on up, big funnel, everything in, everything out. Let's take that right elbow outside the left and get our twist happening. Hands in, fingers towards the face. Whatever you did on the other side with the back leg, I would do the same. So if you straightened it, great. If you kept the knee down, awesome. Let's breathe here. And as I promised, the opportunity for extra push-up, those of you that want to, put the hands down, step back to push up and do the vinyasa. The rest of us are just going to step back to hands and knees. Those of you who've vinyasing will eventually come back to hands and knees because we're going to step the right foot again, top of the mat. This time, arms straight up like Superman. And we'll take a few breaths here. I saw a couple people do vinyasas in my mind. That was awesome. And then we're going to bring the hands right down on the inside. So you'll see that the right hand is right next to the right foot. The right knee is locking against the right arm or shoulder. You could walk the hands forward, putting the elbows down. You could stay on the hands. I like to look at the floor. Let's breathe here. Good. Step that leg back. Other side, left foot stepping up to the top. Arms straight up again. Breath in the nose. We'll take a couple breaths here. Let the hips hang down. Great. Arms down, right on the inside. You could walk the hands forward, coming onto the elbows if you like. Again, I like to look at the floor. I have seen a lot of people that look forward and people that teach that. It don't feel right to me, but whatever is good with you is good with me. Let's breathe. Excellent. Let's put our hands top of the mat. We'll step that leg back, and we can step all the way back, top of push-up on this one. Lower down again. Up dog, third eye. Down dog. And then point the right foot up over the back wall. And we're going to stay here. You can bend that leg, pointing the knee up to the ceiling if you like. Try to keep the right armpit down. And throw that shin top of the mat. Scooch the left leg back. You could stay right here, looking up even. You could put the forearms down, which is I prefer. I like to intertwine the fingers, and sometimes I put my head right on those fingers. And we're just going to rest here. You see my knee is slightly outside the ribs. This foot Mind's tucked a little back. You come forward to your shin is square in the front of the mat, more or less, and we're going to breathe. Very nice. Hands down again. Let's step back. You could shake that right leg out once it goes back. We got a vinyasa again. We lower down. Up dog, third eye. Down dog and left leg up. Breathing. You can bend that leg if you like. Keep the armpit down. Throw the shin top of the mat. Scooch the right leg further back. Knee on the outside of the ribs. We look up, hands down, forearms down, head down. We'll breathe here. Breathing, just focusing on the breath, feeling the body, feeling the stretch, the tension of the body. Breathing into that. Alrighty, hands back again. Step back, shake that leg if you like. We're gonna lower it down. Up dog and down dog. And let's sit. Once sitting, we're gonna have the left leg out and the right leg bent. We're gonna do dynamic Janusirasana. And we're going to take left hand and either grab the left toes or the left shin, or you could wrap a belt or a rope or a strap or a snake around your foot. And then we're going to reach up, breathing in. And on the out breath, we're going to fold down. We're going to try to bring this shoulder down like we're trying to square our chest to the floor. And then back up. So over and over. Out breath on the downward fold. Good. Next time you're up, go ahead, stay up. We're going to look to the reaching hand. Excellent. Let's switch it. Right leg out, left sole in, and right on right. Grab the shin if you prefer, or belt. And we'll breathe in, reaching up. We'll breathe out. We're going to try to bring the chest down like we're bringing the nose towards the knee and that left shoulder down. And back up. And again, over and over. Excellent. Next time you're up, we stay up. We look to the reaching hand. Nice. Back up. Those of you who want a vinyasa, you can quickly step back to have a push-up, do up dog and down dog. And then meet the rest of us, which are going to bring these soles of the feet together. Left hand on top, right hand on top of that. So the feet need to be in close enough so that your back can be straight up. And the arms are feeling tension as the shoulders rotate back and down and the top of the head reaches to the sky. You could butterfly the legs if you like. You don't have to. This is butterflying. I'm going to mostly stay still myself. I'm going to breathe here, just staring straight forward. Good. On your next out breath, fold forward. We're going to push the elbows against the legs, trying to fold them further towards the floor. And then we're going to either fold the face towards the feet, or we're going to lengthen out, trying to fold the heart towards the feet. And we'll breathe a whole bunch here. Good. Back up. Both legs out in front. You could shake them around a little bit. And we're going to bend the right leg and hug it in for our twist that we always do. Left arm grabs, right hand behind you. We're going to pull the shoulder back and look back. You could also bring the elbow outside, sitting up really tall if you like. And we'll breathe here. And again, as the shoulder pulls back, the head is going for the ride. We're not forcing the head back. And we're looking at the wall rather than the floor, so we have a total profile. Or on the way to profile, the toe in the front is pointing to the ceiling. Excellent. Let's unwind and do the other side. So right leg out, left foot in there, right arm grabs that leg and hand behind you. Sit up tall, we rotate the torso, twisting, and then we gently look back, and we're breathing all the time. Excellent. Back around. I just so happen to have two mats right here. You could double your mat if you like. We'll be on the tailbone. With the legs bent, we'll bring the arms under the bent legs and roll back onto the tail. You could stay here. You could let go. You could straighten the legs, hands in prayer to the third eye or to the toes, or even out at the sides here. And we're going to breathe. This is 1 of 5. Good, across the legs. The back gets straight as we lengthen up to the crown of the head. And up again, number 2. You can keep the legs bent. You could straighten them. Rotate the shoulders back if you can. Cross the legs again. Sit up tall again. Woo, number 3, all the way back up. Cross the legs, sit up tall. Number 4, breath in the nose, shoulders back. Cross the legs, sit up tall. And number 5, here we go, last one. Great, hug the knees into the chest now when you lay back. And bring the nose up to the knee, pull those shins down, get the lower back to lift a little bit off the mat. And then head down, we're gonna do bridge. Feet and knees are 2 fists apart. Longest finger almost touches the heel, not quite. We lift the hips, we tuck the shoulders under, intertwine the fingers, push the arm down, lift the hips up. We'll breathe here. Good, back down. Those of you that prefer are welcome to go against the wall and put the legs up the wall, which is a wicked awesome pose. Otherwise, the rest of us are gonna start with plow and then eventually shoulder stand, but plow first. Then we will kick the feet up and over the head, legs in the direction of straight. Hands could be on the back or fingers interlaced with the arms down. Your choice, and we'll breathe here. Good, and then legs straight up, shoulder stand, weight in the shoulders, weight in the elbows. You can bring the feet a little more forward if you want to put more weight in the elbows. Try to keep the head light and breathing and looking at the toes and the ceiling. Bend the legs, bring the knees down towards the ears. Grab the feet, roll into dead bug. You could rock around a little bit. You could stay still. Heads down, soles of the feet up to the ceiling, knees in the armpits. Great, bring the knees into the chest. You could bring the nose up to the knees for one more time. And then put that head back down and bring the arms out like a T. We're going to take a breath in. As we breathe out, knees fall to the right. As we look to the left, you could put the right hand on the knees, pushing them in the direction of down. And we breathe here. Good. Up and then over to the other side. Looking to the right, reaching hand. You can again hold the knees down if you like. Very nice. Back up to center. Hug the knees in. Thank yourself for coming out. Tell yourself you did a good job. And then let's lay down for a little bit, at least a couple of minutes. Feet are a bit apart, hands a little bit out from the hips. Get as comfortable as you can. And we're going to stay here. Let the breath return to normal. And just let your body sink down into the mat. All right, let's move the fingers and toes a little bit. You could rotate at the wrists and the ankles if you like. And then stretch the hands way over the top of your head, lengthening as long as you can from the fingers to the toes. And then pull your core down like you're trying to push your back against the mat with your front, with your abs. All right, excellent. Bring the knees into the chest and go ahead and roll yourself up to a seated position. However, you can sit comfortably here for the last little bit. And if you want to unmute yourself, we might make a little bit of noise tonight. That's up to you, totally optional. But once you're sitting, bring the hands to the heart center and rub them together. All right, are you ready? Let's reach the arms all the way up into the sky like a big funnel. We're going to take a breath in through the nose as much as you can get right here, breathing in. We're going to hold that breath in and we're going to breathe in more through the mouth. And if it's possible, we're going to breathe in even more. We're going to hold the breath. We're going to tighten the core. We're going to tighten the legs. We're going to hold a little bit. And then with the sound, let everything out. Awesome. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. And let me just say, you're living your dream. Don't miss it. Namaste.
Namaste.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Terry. It's danieloverberger.com. That's my website, and you can find the links to my PayPal and my Venmo. I think tonight, after I end the Zoom meeting, I'm going to drop it in the chat if anyone wants it. We do this every Monday and Wednesday at 7. Thank you, Bambi. And thank you for the donations, keeping me going, keeping me alive. And thank you for listening to my stories at the Thank you. Thank you for listening to my stories at the front. And that's it. I'm going to stop the recording here and we can chat if you like. And like I said, I'm going to drop my website into the chat bar.